this is a little explanation about how to do the proton, neutron, electron sheet. That and this is what it's going to look like on the test, but really it's the same as that P&E sheet that you have in Google Classroom. I put this information up here. Notice that atomic number equals number of protons, always. In blue it says if the atom is neutral, that means there's no charge, the electrons equal the protons. In the beige writing or gold writing here, it says if there's a possible charge, or if there's a positive charge, the atom has lost electrons, so the charge is positive, but if there's a negative charge, it's gained electrons, so the charge is negative. We're also told that the protons and the neutrons together equal the mass number. All right, so now the first table, assume there is no charge for these elements. So if the atom is neutral, no charge, the electrons equal the protons. All right, so the first one is neon. Go back and look at neon on the periodic table, and it has an atomic number of 10. So that means that there are going to be 10 protons. The element symbol was Ne. The atomic number is equal to the number of protons, says right here, so that means the atomic number is 10. The mass number is the protons plus the neutrons, and we don't know how many neutrons there are. Oh, but we do know the mass number because it's written right here. So in hyphen notation, you have this name of the element, hyphen, and then the mass of the element. So this is 19, so the mass number is 19. The number of electrons, we're told, equals the number of protons if there's no charge. So there is no charge, so the electrons equal the protons, so that would be 10. The protons plus the neutrons equals the mass, so 10 plus something has to equal 19. So 10 plus 9 is equal to 19. All right, we're going to do the next one, and then I'll move on to the next chart. So on this one, we're given 18 and 20. So we're given 18 for the number of electrons. We're given 20 for the number of neutrons. The electrons in blue up here says are equal to the proton if there's no charge. There isn't a charge because it says assume there's no charge. So that means that our protons are going to be 18 also. And since the protons are equal to the atomic number right here, we know the atomic number is 18. Oops, didn't need to do that. Let's pull it back out of there. So the atomic number is 18. All right, the mass number is the protons plus the neutrons. So protons plus neutrons, so you'd have 18 plus 20, that'd be 38. The atomic number determines the identity. So you can look at the periodic table. What is element 18? It's argon. So this would be argon. Then the hyphen notation, you'd write argon, hyphen, and the mass. The mass number is 38. So that's your hyphen notation. Now let's move down to this table. These have charges. They are all ions. So everything works the same except for the electrons will be varied, and you have to determine the protons sometimes by looking at the electrons. So let's take a look at the first one here. This is a -3 charge. Since electrons are negative, if the charge is -3, that means that you have 3 extra electrons. So this number 18 includes 3 extras. So before it gained 3 electrons, how many electrons did it have? So I'm hoping you're thinking 15, because 15 plus 3 more makes 18. So before it gained those 3 electrons here, it would have had 15. All right, 15 is the normal amount, and normally the electrons equal the protons if there's not a charge. So when there's no charge, the electrons equal the protons. If I drop the extra 3 out, then there wouldn't be a charge, and we would have 15, and that means there's 15 protons. All right, so that tells you the atomic number is 15, and it tells you the element symbol is phosphorus. If you go back, or is P. If you go back and look at the periodic table, P is number 15. So this will be P. All right, now the mass number is the protons and the neutrons, and we don't know either one, but so we have to look for another place to find the mass number, and we can look right here and find it. So remember, in that kind of notation, the 33, that whatever the hyphen number is, this number here is the mass number. So that's 33. the protons and the neutrons together equal 33. So now we know that 15 plus x equals 33. So knowing your algebra, you take 15 away from both sides. So you have 0 plus x, which is just x. So x is equal to 33 minus 15, which is 18. So the number of neutrons is 18. All right, we're going to do one more. We'll come down and do this guy right here. Okay, so we know the charge is +1. Oh, this one's easier than this one. Let's do this one up here. We know the charge is +2. So that means we've lost 2 electrons. Remember, electrons are negative. When you take away negatives, you become positive. So you've lost 2. So 6 and take away 2 would give us 4 electrons. So that would be 4. We know the number of protons is 6, so the atomic number is 6. And that element that has 6 for an atomic number is carbon. It's right here. All right, so the mass number is the protons plus the neutrons. All right, so if we have the protons with 6 and the neutrons with 7, what's 6 plus 7? And then the hyphen notation is the name of the element, hyphen, then the mass, which is 13. So that's how you fill in these kind of proton, neutron, electron grids. This is what the test will look like. I hope that is helpful and that you do well.